अच्छा, कुछ आप स्पेन के किंग के साथ कहीं गए थे, वो स्टोरी बताओ ना।
हाँ, वो तो मैं वाज इन यूनिवर्सिटी एंड उस वक्त हमारा स्प्रिंग ब्रेक होता था, लाइक स्प्रिंग ब्रेक हमारा होता था
जब आप कोलंबिया में थे।
कोलंबिया में था, कोलंबिया यूनिवर्सिटी। तो मैं जो जनरली घर आ जाता था, so my best friend was a Spanish boy who's now the leading architect of Spain. तो उन्होंने मुझसे कहा कि each time you go to India, why don't you let's go to Spain?
Okay.
I said fine. So we went off to, मैंने कहा ठीक है छुट्टी में हम चलते हैं. So we went to, he was from the city called Saragossa, which is between Madrid and Barcelona.
ओ बारसा।
तो हाँ, तो फिर हम वहाँ चले गए. तो when I went there, and इत्तेफाक से he knew the current king. उस टाइम तो he was the crown prince.
Okay.
क्योंकि King Carlos was the king at that time, the king of Spain, His Majesty. So he invited us for, हमें बुलाया था खाने पे लंच के लिए. तो हम गए मैड्रिड, उनके साथ लंच किया. तो वो कहने लगे कि मुझे किंग के साथ I have to go with my father to Sweden. उनका कोई 2-3 दिन का ऑफिशियल प्रोग्राम था. तो मुझे उसमें जाना है. तो I won't know what वो मुझे अपने साथ ले जाना चाह रहे हैं, but I won't know what to do. So why don't you come with me? I said you. मैंने कहा ठीक है, हम तो छुट्टी पे वैसे भी हैं. I said you take permission from His Majesty. तो खैर he gave permission. So we went in the King's plane. हम लोग वहाँ गए, स्टॉकहोम गए. और खैर वो अपनी जो भी उनकी ऑफिशियल एंगेजमेंट्स थी हैं वो he was busy doing that. The last day आखिरी जो उनका प्रोग्राम था वो किसी तरह से पोस्टपोन हो गया या कैंसिल हुआ, कुछ ऐसा हुआ
वहाँ पे स्टॉकहोम.
So he said, I just want to spend the evening, strolling down the street. And वहाँ royalty and they are very, very underplayed, they are very, हमारी तरह नहीं है, but they are very, बिल्कुल commoners के साथ उनकी जिंदगी होती है. And तो उन्होंने, he was very, I remember he was very smartly dressed in a tweed jacket and all. तो हम लोग इस स्ट्रीट पे चल रहे थे, कॉबल स्ट्रीट थी जहाँ शॉप्स वगैरह हैं. So no car vehicles are allowed. It's a pedestrian street, Stockholm में. तो हम उनके पीछे थे, 3 of us, and behind us was the security. So he told the security कि आप लोग पीछे रहें. I don't want anybody to know.
Why?
People would know if they saw him carefully, they would know. Anyway, तो एक शॉप थी वहाँ इंडिशका, which sells Indian handicrafts.
Okay, Indian handicrafts.
उसका नाम है इंडिशका. तो that store was there, and he liked something. वो खरीदना चाह रहे थे. अब उनके अच्छा उस जमाने में there was no euro, there was no Schengen, I mean there was no EU kind of a thing. सब अलग अलग countries थी, सबकी अलग अलग ये थे currency वगैरह होती थी. तो he said, okay, let's go to a bank. तो वहाँ एक छोटे banks थे वहाँ. So we were going to a bank. And he gave, the Spanish currency was pesetas. So he gave the money. And I still remember the teller there. She was the lady. And उनसे कहा कि ये change करिए. I mean, and when you had to change international currency, you had to show your ID. Okay.
Obviously.
So she asked for his ID. So he was the king. He doesn't have an ID like that. I mean, paper ID to nahi thi. So again she asked. So she pointed to the note and he said, that is my ID. Because his face was on the currency note.
Oh my God.
So she looked and she started screaming and she couldn't believe the king was in the bank, फिर सब बैंक के लोग आ गए, फिर सिक्योरिटी आ गई, वो अगले दिन अखबारों में भी आया, So this is an incident that happened.
Oh, okay. ये तो काफी
in the 80s, I think.
80s.